Namaste and hi friends, it's Parvati here with Visionary Veda, bringing you your full moon Vedic full moon eclipse report for this full moon happening July 4th, 2020. Today, actually, later tonight. My apologies for not getting this video out to you guys earlier. But I've also been dealing with a lot of these eclipse energies. Luckily to say, this is the third and the last in this series of eclipses having Ketu in Mula Nakshatra. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get started because this video has a lot of information that I would like to share with you. All right, so this is known as Guru Purnima, this full moon, traditionally in the Vedic calendar. It's when we celebrate and show our gratitude and our reverence to our gurus and teachers. Usually this was the day to revere not only the teachers, as in the teachers who help to educate us, but especially those spiritual teachers that bring to us the light of wisdom and self-knowledge. These are the gurus in the Vedic culture who bring us to those places of satya or truth. Satya, the truth, right? Sat Guru, Satya Gurujis. The ones that help us to realize who it is that we are. So this is the full moon to give thanks and to give honor and to do our rituals and our prayers in gratitude for those gurus that bring us closer to the truth. However, this is going to be a very interesting Guru Purnima because there is the last of a series of lunar eclipses that is going to be occurring during this full moon. As we all know, when the eclipses come into play, there's some sort of obscuration of the light. Usually during the full moon time, we get the illumination, right? We get the full bhav, or the full faculties of our minds. We have that full illumination and reflection of the light. During this full moon, for the guru, for the wisdom, for the knowledge, right, we have Ketu involved in the Nakshatra of Mula. So those of you who have been following my channel, you know how much the Mula Nakshatra has been activated as of, well, a long time, several years, right? Beginning with the transiting of the major planets and now with Ketu in it, with the last eclipse that has to do with Mula, okay? After this, the next series of eclipses, and Rahu and Ketu itself is shifting its axis, and Ketu will be moving into Jyeshta Nakshatra, which is the stinger of the scorpion, but I will talk more about that in my subsequent later videos, okay? That's going to be very important, but for now, it's really key to understand that in this eclipse is the closing out of a huge series of changes that began way back in 2016, 15 even, all right? Like the shifts that were occurring in your life and on the world stage as well, needless to say. So this eclipse is going to be, luckily, not a full eclipse, right? Because Ketu is too far away from the moon itself, but it will be in conjunction with Jupiter. Jupiter has just moved retrograde into his own sign of Sagittarius. So we also have 4 planets retrograde as well during this eclipse, including Mercury, you know, clarity, communication from the last eclipse, the solar eclipse. Jupiter itself is retrograde, Saturn is retrograde, and Pluto as well, right with Jupiter retrograding in between very strong signs of Saturn and of Jupiter. So what this indicates is Saturn in its own sign, right, of hard work and karma, Jupiter in its own sign of wisdom, teaching, knowledge, and also spiritual beliefs, belief systems, right? And then Mercury in his own sign of Gemini, of communication. So it doesn't take much to look outside right now and see how everything, as we would say in India, is ulta pulta, or upside down. That's because all of these retrograde planets are happening, right? So even though a lot of things are opening right now, and people are jonesing, they're really like chomping at the bit to go out and mingle. It's not quite the right time according to the planets. Everything is in retrograde. It's a better time right now to step back, take stock, because once this eclipse period passes, okay, once these planets move from Ketu and Rahu move from Sagittarius and Gemini into Taurus and Scorpio, everything is going to shift, and we need to prepare ourselves for this shift. Things are not going to go back to the way they were, and we need to psychologically get ready, right, to get ourselves prepared for the way of life moving forward. I'll talk more about that in subsequent videos, as well as the energies upcoming for July. For this eclipse, what I wanted is to highlight, which is probably the most important takeaway, is this: relying on outward sources to show you the truth. It's not the right time to do so, because everything is backwards. So it's going to be very hard to get to the truth. The advice that you might get might not be the right advice, right? So really, to hone inwards with a full moon, using our faculties of awareness to go into our inner guidance, to be led by that higher truth of Sat. Yeah, okay, because otherwise the outward manifestation of truth and beliefs is upside down. You can see it happening in all sorts of facets of life, right? What we thought was good is now bad. You know, we had this belief, now we're questioning that belief. What we thought was that this person was maybe trying to help us is, you know, it turns out was against us. And this is happening in not only on the world stage, but in a different area of your life, according to your chart as well. I'd be really interested to see how this is manifesting for you. So if you'd like, please get involved and leave some comments below, or join my Facebook page, Visionary Veda, where we can have more conversations regarding where this is being activated in your personal planets. So, okay, getting back on track. So yeah, this 4th of July is a very potent time. There's a lot of beliefs up. People are identifying with all sorts of things, and they're confused as to even what to identify with anymore, right? So our beliefs, our values, what we stand for, what we stand behind, might not really be exactly leading us in the right direction. Again, this is very general. I can only speak in these videos on a more general scale. But for those of you experiencing and questioning, especially questioning your beliefs, you're not alone. This is the time to sit back, take stock, question deeply. Where did this come from? Where is this belief coming from? Is this really who I am? Is this the only way I feel that I can create my life? Maybe there might be other perspectives that are just as valid, that I am not, that I'm closing myself off to. All right. So, things to think about, things to ponder, things to contemplate. I wanted to leave you with a very potent mantra, a Vedic mantra, that for those of you who do practice your rituals and your mantras and full moon rituals, especially for this one with Ketu. I'm glitching, so my apologies. I seem to be glitching on my end. I will quickly wrap up. I'll take this as a sign with the mantra for our gurus. Okay, and it goes like this. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmai, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Okay, thank you. I hope this has been helpful and a report to help guide you through these times. Please enjoy the life. Please take care out there on this 4th of July, as there are indications of disruptions, upheavals, lots of disruptions due to the Pluto being in the point of Sandhi, or its weak point in its retrograde. Please do utilize this mantra. And after the time of the eclipse, it's good to bathe and do a bathing ritual to clear the energies that have accumulated up until this point, because this eclipse is closing out big time karmas from Mula Nakshatra, okay? Mula Nakshatra is finally finishing off. And a new phase, a new chapter is beginning moving forward after this eclipse, especially after the Mercury retrograde ends on July 12th. So I'm sorry if this report has been a little bit convoluted. There's always a lot for me to share on these videos, and sometimes it's easier to delineate than others. This full moon is going to be an interesting one, so stay safe, stay blessed, enjoy the life, and until next time, take good care of yourselves and each other. That's the other thing I wanted to add really quickly before I end, is that the whole coronavirus crisis that's been going on is also helping us to get out of ourselves, right? And to be more considerate of our impact on others. It's a big lesson. It's a big collective lesson on how it is we're showing up, what it is that we're creating, and how important it is to take other people into consideration as well as our own selves. I feel like it's an important shift, going from selfishness to more consideration and compassion towards others, selflessness. So another theme to think about during this eclipse. Okay, I will stop. Thank you guys again for listening to what I have to share. Be blessed. Thank you. And until next time, take care. All right. Om Namah Shivaya. Bye-bye.